Dreams come true. Even though, even though,
Even though, even though, even though, even though we know to me, even to my body, oh, even though he don't buy me, he don't buy somebody, oh, even though you never, even though you want to, I really don't bother, he go won't do you, even though you didn't know, now you know, drug abuse is bad, oh. Even to my body, oh, even though, even buy some, you don't buy somebody else, even though you never, even though you want to, I beg you no bother, because won't do you, even though you didn't know, now you know, drug abuse is bad, oh, even do you like, even though them no like, I go do my part, I go sing I'm loud, oh, even though you go be a drug addict, do your part to make finance for no carry them. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Even though you didn't know, now you know, drug abuse is bad, oh. Even though we know to me, even to my body, oh. Even though you don't touch to make anything, even though you never, even though you want to, I beg you no bother, ego won't do you, even though you didn't know, now you know, drug abuse is bad, oh. Going to crazy school, don't fall for it, oh, don't fall for it, what?
And it's normal that it's from them.
A country hard, oh, don't fall for it, oh, drug abuse is bad, oh, even though you never, even though you want to, really no bother, they don't want to you, even though you didn't know, now you know, drug abuse is bad, oh, even though you don't do me, well, it's that time of the day when we talk sports here on Nigeria's Business Radio, Wish 99.5 FM. Port Harcourt is beyond the game, and it's where we have proper discussions on all those issues we discussed in the morning, we talked about in the morning, all those sporting activities, all weekend long. We have 1 hour or thereabouts to talk about it. My name, China Ikwereman Acheru. I have with me in the studio today Epo Temple.
Good evening, listeners. Good evening, China. It's good to be back here, especially on a day like this, to talk about sports. And I know it's going to be a wonderful time with us here.
We've been doing sports since Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and there'll be a game today. Which is your most memorable sporting moment from this weekend?
I think it has to be that one between Manchester United and Liverpool. Many never expected what happened. Many have already given their own separate predictions to a particular team. But
who are these many? I know we know what the consensus was like. A lot of people felt Liverpool would just roll over Manchester United, but don't they watch football?
It may be because of the flying pattern of Liverpool so far this season.
But does this really matter? It's a rivalry. Liverpool against Manchester United or Man United against Liverpool. The form books will be thrown out of the window, and nobody can come out clearly to say one side will win easily.
Exactly. You see, any match between the big six, any of the big six team is always a very big one. So history sometimes don't repeat itself.
Not exactly. Liverpool will always roll over Arsenal.
I
Okay. Okay.
don't know what I think because of the way the flying pattern of Liverpool, just like I said, and the nature of Manchester United so far this season, you want to say that ordinarily, one would have expected that game to be a very big one. But if you check the boat, the way they've flew you so far this season, many would have given it to one side. I know that now, of course, it's very conspicuous that Liverpool at the moment are very good side. And so that one was outstanding. That one was a great match. And so that one stood best for me this weekend. And the fact that Real Madrid continue to dwindle is a big one because I watched that match. I wasn't happy, and I think these two matches stood at best for me. Kudos to Real Madrid.
Okay, it's not all about European football today. We are going to start from the home front. What is it with ex-footballers, coaches, ex-sportsmen that at some point in their lives they start crying for help because they are not feeling well? We'll be talking about one man who should not be crying for help, but he is. Stay with us. We'll be back in a bit. Drug abuse bad, oh. Even conscience is cool. Don't fall for it, oh. Don't fall for it. Even the country hard, oh. Don't fall for it, oh. Drug abuse bad, oh. Even though you want to, I beg you no bother. It go wound you. Drug abuse bad, oh. Even though we don't do me, even do my body, oh. Even though we don't buy me, he don't buy somebody, oh. Even though you want to, I beg you no bother, he go wound you. No, you didn't know, now you know. Drug abuse is bad, oh. Even though you didn't know, now you know. Drug abuse is bad, oh. Okay, let's talk sports. Kaduri Kana. It should be one of the most popular names as far as Nigerian football is concerned. Now, for those who don't know Kaduri Kana, after the Nigeria-Biafra Civil War in the 70s, Rangers International was formed. They called themselves the shining light of the Eastern region. Every Igbo man wanted to play for Rangers. Rangers came with a particular style. They had, should I say, specifications on the kind of players they signed. I heard from a former player, Ifeanyi Onyedika. Then he told me that in the 70s, unless you are exceptionally talented and gifted, Rangers will not sign you except you are at least 6 feet tall. You needed height. So they played a direct kind of football. They believed in crosses, they believed in strength, and they dominated Nigerian football. They won the league countless times in the 70s, won the FA Cup countless times in the 70s. Why am I telling this story? In 1978, Rangers was disgraced by none other than Bendel Insurance. In the 1978 FA Cup final, Bendel Insurance, a young team, trashed Rangers 3-0. One man that played that match was Kaduri Kana. He played that game, and that was Kaduri Kana. He later played for the Super Eagles, or the Green Eagles as they are called that time. They won the AFCON in 1980. He played for a few other clubs. He coached some clubs, El Kanemi and the rest, but he became popular when he became the first Nigerian coach to win the Africa Champions League with him in 2003. He had coached Sharks, he had coached Kano Pillars, he won the league with Kano Pillars, he had coached Sunshine Stars, he had gone to Shooting Stars, he had coached around, but suddenly Kaduri Kana is crying that he needs money to treat himself. Temple.
I was just looking at the you as you are giving those narratives. It's a sad one. one would have expected that with the kind of coach we have in Kadiri Khan, such a thing will not happen. And if you look back history, you discover that these are challenges that have also bedeviled some of our coaches, like coaches, some of our players have found themselves in situations like
Christian Chukwu was in that situation early this year.
He was even helped. I even saw a post where he was thanking Otedola for helping
Yeah,
him out
Otedola,
in,
yes, had a lot to do with footing his medical bills.
So I think is so far is a sad one. It's a sad one. But one thing that also that came to my mind when I was going through those thoughts, I was asking myself, why is it that our coaches will have to wait, or as internationals will have to wait until the situation is worse or that's deteriorated to an extent that they will not be begging, it will not take the media to be hyping their plea for people to understand what is happening to them. That's what I don't really get. And I don't also understand the kind of life this international play, because if Kadri kind of just stepped back from football, it's not been up to 2 years now when he left the side.
Kano Pillars. I think that was his last club, Kano Pillars.
So one would have expected that with the kind of caliber of coach we have in Kadri Kana, he should not be suffering this way. My challenge is, what has of course he talked about his families and the rest of them, but what since then, I don't know if they have savings, but I know that for him to have cried this far is something that is terrible. And I don't know, but I feel that there should be a scheme I think a scheme should be provided for our international where they can help them, just like we see in other clients. I'm asking myself, what are the health insurance policy at line for some of our coaches, at line for some of our international, like we do see in other clients like the western part of this world. If you go to England, you see some of our international becoming analysts and the rest of them, because they have good health policy and insurance. And so it's quite pitiful that Kadikana is suffering from.
Okay, our elders talk about hearing from the horse's mouth. Let's hear from Kadiri Kana. This interview went viral yesterday on social media, on lots of the WhatsApp groups. I have no idea who conducted the interview, but I think it will be TA with what's that FM in Aba? Not Brilla. Well, TA in Aba. I think that was his voice, but he posted this interview first on a WhatsApp group yesterday. Let's hear from Kadiri Ikana.
While I was playing, I had the problem. I've been trying to just recently, about 3 months ago, I left Canopy. That was the last club I coached because of the injury. I thought maybe working out of coaching will solve the issues. Unfortunately, it got worse. I left Canopy 3 years ago, and I've been trying to maintain this injury, thinking that it subside. I've spent a lot of money. All the same, the injury still remains, up to the extent that it now deteriorates that I cannot even walk. I can't walk well, and I can only sing in my bedroom, and it's not something I can just explain.
This is Kadri Kana. He's an ex-international. He has even coached the Super Falcons. He has coached the Super Falcons, so should he really be speaking like this?
It's terrible. It's terrible, China, because he's from the clip. You hear him say that he's in his bedroom and that he's feeling a lot of pain. And the first question people want to know is, what is wrong with him? I think it's a hip.
He needs. We're coming to that. He needs a hip replacement surgery.
And I don't know what sort of injury he had over time. That
like Adokie Amiesimaka would say, these are the scars of battle. When you play football for 10, 15, 20 years, there are scars that remains in you, and at some point in your life, they begin to show up. Yes.
But this case is a little bit different. One would have expected that he said over time that he has kept it within himself. He has been nurturing it.
He has been treating it. He has been trying to treat it. That's what he means. It's not like he has been there. I've always known Kadiri Kana to work with a limp. I mean, the first time I saw Kadiri Kana, first time I saw him was in 2002 when he signed as coach of Sharks. And I'd always known him to work with a limp. So he has probably been there for a long time, or he has been trying to nurture it and treat it. But you heard him say, I've spent all my money. Now I need help.
I think I must first of all thank the media person that went to get that clip, and I'm just asking myself if he said this is the first time he's bringing it out to the world to hear.
Yeah, he said this is the first time he's talking about it publicly.
And I'm wondering if not for the bold step, this particular person would have taken to this hear from him and let the world know. I think it would have still been there. It's unfortunate that we have a system that allows our ex-nationals to be suffering. We want to ask who's to be blamed this time around. First of all, I look at it from the angle of the club he has coached. Good thing he has applauded the club for help coming in between to help him out, but I feel that it is not enough. And first of all, sir, it's also very worthy to say that sometimes some of our coaches do not care much about their health status. We cannot jettison that fact. It's a fact, the proven fact that some of our coaches over time, why the money is pumping in. You want to ask how much are they being paid? A coach that has won back to back the champions
No,
League,
it was just the first one.
the first one, and then Nima won again the next year. You want to say what is wrong with such man that is not crying, in pain? But it's that kind of thing we see ourselves here. But I am expecting that people will come to his aid, just like we had. In fact, some of our internationals that, if you want to compare and contrast those in Europe, we watch the likes of. I was watching some ex-international, speak out in some of during analysis in Sky Sport. These are ex-internationals that have played in some of the biggest clubs in EPL, and you still see them today, hell and hearty. And you want to ask why is our own different? So I think it's not a good one. It's not a good one. If you look at Coach Chuku, who was ill some time ago, if you look at him, I think he's so old more than even my grandfather. I think that these are the policies.
But Chuku is old.
I know Chuku is old, but when you want to compare and contrast,
Chuku played club football in 1970 in the 70s.
But then,
but I get your point. I get your point. Now, talking about help, Kadiri has actually received help from people. He said, of all the clubs he has played for, I'm trying to count the clubs. I know he played for Benel Insurance. Of all the clubs he has coached, I know he coached Sharks, he coached Eyimba, he coached Kano Pillars, he coached Sunshine Stars, he was once on the books of Shooting Stars. I don't remember if he has coached Kwara United. I know he has coached El Kanemi. He has coached lots of clubs. He said of all the clubs he has coached, 2 of them know about his ailment, and 2 of them have tried to help him. Let's hear from Ikana once again.
This is the first time I'm letting out what has happened to me. I've not discussed with anybody. Though everybody is aware of it, like Canopilla, they are aware of it, because from time to time I see the doctor to have treatment. But this time around, it's worse than that. It's something that just trapped me down. Sometimes really I cannot move again. I'm going to see my doctor to not the next step to the end the replacement of my hip, surgery. So I don't know exactly how much it will cost me. But I think by Monday, I should be able to go through that and say how much it will cost me to do the surgery. Right now, I don't need help. Any type of help that will make this pain I'm going through, if you see me, you will not like it at all. Very bad.
I'm just I feel tired because it's painful when you hear like I keep saying, this man is just has done something good for us, especially in a club that, in fact, as it stands now, Eyimba is the only club so far in Nigeria that can boast of that particular trophy at the continental level.
I don't know when any Nigerian club will win it again. We have no clubs in Nigeria right now, so they will probably be the only club that win it.
But I think that this is fact about it's bad. It's one of the facts in life that sometimes you have sickness, you cannot control the fact that unfortunate things happens to some.
There's a persistent caller. We've not opened the lines yet, but let's see if that guy is persistent. Let's hear from him.
We're listening to you. Okay, do you want to call us back?
Okay, we have not even opened the lines yet, but he was so persistent. We have to hear from him.
So like I was saying, I think it's not a good one. And the question I want to first of all ask is, you talked about that Eyimba and Kano Pillars know about this one. They know about it. Have they really helped out?
Yeah,
so much?
I think he means that they are the only 2 clubs that have even tried to, that have rendered some help, that have tried to contribute.
That's the point we're going now. Now, the other clubs that he has coached, how far have they been informed that this is the challenge or the ailment that has crippled him? It's something that first of all people need to be informed. Like now, if we're not informed, we will not be talking about it. I believe that this he has, but he's been on sick bed for some time now at home, and we don't know about it. Now that we know about it, now we have to start speaking out for him and seeking for solutions to his ailment. And I think first of all is if they know about it, and then the situation surrounding his, so because of the way coaches in Nigeria live, jump from one club to the other, sometimes you will expect that the situation surrounding his move from those clubs, first of all, look how Harcourt they've been before. Now it might be that coach, no doubt. You talked about coaching Sharks at some point. What was the relationship, and who is there now that can help out? So these are things you look at. Nigerian team is not like the Europe where they have a consistent policy across. You want to say that there will be help coming from clubs. So I think it still boils down to philanthropists coming in, because even if you want to start tracing all the clubs he has coached in his life and he has played for, then the insurance, will the government come to help him now? It's something they should do. So I think we are appealing as pundits that it's necessary that we help this man, because for the fact that he has done something that no other club or no other as with a club that no other club can have achieved. He has achieved that with the Yimba. I think it's a kudos, and the fact that he's an ex-international of Nigeria is something that should make everybody come out to help this man. I think we need to do more. That's what I think.
Okay, some people will say this, and he was asked that question. Now, Kalu Rikana is father-in-law to two ex-internationals. I don't know if you know of the footballer called Patrick Ovie. Played for Shooting Stars, played in Russia, played in Israel, had 4 caps for the Super Eagles. One of his daughters is married to Patrick Ovie. His other daughter is married to Yakubu Aigbeni, who we all know, played for Julius Berger, played in Israel, played in England and all, played for the Super Eagles, played at the World Cup. And people are saying, your sons-in-law, they know if he help you. People are asking that question. No, it's true. People are asking, if you have sons-in-law who are played to that level, will they not be able to contribute to your welfare? And he kind of says he knows what people are asking, and this is the response to that.
There's nothing like that. You heard from all those areas
Are you receiving call, Kuchina?
in the past years. There's still any help
that
from
one, call's
anybody.
coming. The other one,
Apart from those I've coached before, I don't have anybody.
they've been calling this line and it's sports people.
Don't make me mention even my in-laws or my daughters who are helpless also. All I do is that I'm doing things myself. If not for paying every month, don't see how much it will have cost me to run through this problem. It's not a small money at all. I don't have anybody who is assisting me for now. I can't hide anything now.
He said people are talking about his in-laws and his daughters. In his own word, he said, my daughters are even helpless. I don't know if I should read meanings into that.
When I heard that too, I think the first thought that came into my mind was helpless. How is it that they don't have the money and they can't help him, or is it that they don't just want to help him? It has different connotations. Anybody who listens to the clip we think it differently the way he perceives it. But I feel that what he's trying to say is that they've not come to his aid, and that's the truth. In fact, he's saying that in fact, don't even go there. That they have not helped out. But it's quite unfortunate. I don't know the relationship, but I feel that as a father and a child relationship should be such that you always want to help your father regardless of the height you have attained in football. In fact, it should be a family thing. This should have been settled out within. The likes of him having an in-law in the person of Yakubu Ayegbeni and Patrick Ovie. You want to say that this man should not be suffering this way, but because he has come out open to say, who are we to say that he might not be saying the truth? We can't judge. Because he's also in pain, China. You cannot say that you want to hear from Yakubu Ayegbeni to ascertain the veracity of what he's saying. But the truth is that this man is in pain.
And I will also think all that is personal.
Yes, all that is personal.
Whatever issues are going on in his family, all that is personal. But the issue is he needs help. He's an ex-international, a top Nigerian coach. It brings back that question of, is there no health insurance for these former players? What is the National Association of Nigerian Footballers doing? Those are questions that begs for answers.
You just brought something, sir. National Association of Nigerian Footballers. I think that association have not done much, so to say, because
But if you speak to Austin Popo, he may not exactly agree with you. They may not have done well. That's a matter for debate here.
He has a varied opinion. To him, he may feel that okay, they've done much, especially with the case of Chukwu, the kind of help, but it all boils down to publicity. It all boils down to journalists, sports journalists knowing about this and hyping it in their show. Seeking for philanthropists, helpers, those who can help out. So I think it begins now, but I think that much is needed, to help things, S International like this. Not only S International. I'm happy last week when I heard that the FIFA are already planning, that they've instituted a policy where they can help players who plays for a national team during a FIFA window who gets injured, and they can help them, give them some chunk, and that will help them, in that treatment. I think it's a good insurance policy, health policy. I want to believe that we can also achieve something like that. Yeah, we will talk about, so every day we talk about the largest embezzled at some point, and some of these funds can be inputted into health policy of our national players at the S International. So it's quite unfortunate that it's happening. Except it happens to someone who's close to you, then you will not feel what these men are feeling. But I think as stands now, all we can say is to pray for more support and help him get over this particular one. I don't know how much it will cost me. I want to believe that this interview was conducted within the weekend.
Yesterday. So based on that interview, he said he was going today to see the doctor to ascertain exactly how much he will need for the hip replacement surgery. But I don't know how. Well, obviously I've never done that surgery before, obviously, but I don't know how expensive it is that either his sons-in-law, any of them, or even the NFF, because just a few years back he coached the Super Falcons, so he has also coached the national team. Cannot just let's do it for our person. He's also an MON, a member of the Order of the Niger, so he's also recognized by the Nigerian government. He got that national award after winning the AFCON in 1980. So it doesn't matter what you say about finances, he has cried for help.
And that's a fact. I think if this goes wide, I'm happy that NigeriaFootballer.com has also written about it. I want to believe that in no time soon we're going to see support coming in from different corners. I want to believe so, because this man is we can't take away the fact that he has won something for Nigeria. He has also won something for one of the biggest club, arguably the biggest club we have in Nigeria. Of course, for you to have won the CAF Champions League, and no other club to date has done it. And he even said that it will take time for another club to do it. I think we need to support this man, because it doesn't matter when our fallen heroes, those fallen in the sense that not those who have already passed away. We should not wait for them to pass away for us to start celebrating their death. No. Now that they're crying, it behoves on us to come and help them out, so they can retain their strength. I'm so happy when I heard Chukwu over the weekend talking about how Nigerians have helped him out when he was down, and how Tidola and the rest of them have come. I want to believe that same help rendered to Chukwu will also be rendered to Kadrikana to regain back his strength and fitness.
Okay, we'll be taking a short time out now. When we come back, we'll open the lines for phone calls. But just because I know I might just get carried away with the show and forget this, Mark Greenwood, you're going to be watching this later. He's one of the most faithful Reds I've known all my life. Mark Greenwood, based in the UK. Today is his birthday, and I want to use this opportunity to say happy birthday. I know you were at Old Trafford yesterday, and I know it was disappointing for you that your team did not get all 3 points at stake, but it was also good that you didn't lose, because the banter would have been epic. Anyway, happy birthday, Mark Greenwood. I hope you have many more years ahead for you. Now, let me just call the phone number as well. Mark, now, you're going to be sending that gift to me, not me sending to you now. Numbers to call on the show if you're interested in talking about everything we talked about today. 0708 029 5995. That's 0708 029 5995 and 0907-084-9073. I'll take that second number again, 0907-084-9073. We'll be back after this short time. I'll stay with us.
Even though you nobody, you won't find
Amin was there.
Everybody, okay.
I don't know the
What?
I don't understand what they do here.
I go do my part, I go sing I'm loud, oh. Even though you don't need a drug addict, do your part to make highness for no carry them. Even though you want to, I beg you no bother. It go wound you, even though you didn't know. Now you know. Drug abuse battle. Even though we know do me, even do my party, oh. Even though you know for me, you don't buy somebody, oh. Even though you want to, I beg you no bother, it go wound you, even though you didn't know, now you know, drug abuse is bad, oh. Don't you say it's cool, don't fall for it, oh, don't fall for it, even, the country hard, oh, don't fall for it, oh, drug abuse is bad, oh. Okay, let's go. Okay, back to the show Beyond the Game here on Nigeria's Business Radio, Wish 99.5 FM Port Harcourt. The phone lines are buzzing. What do you have to share with us?
Hello, you're welcome to the show. Your name and your location. Good evening. Your name and your location. And about let's hear your thought. Oh, so sorry about that. Do it to call us back.
Okay, we lost that call. We didn't lose the caller. We lost the call. Let's talk the EPL. Is that time in the show where we talk the EPL? Is that time of the show? I'm just 907084 9073. EPL. We talked about that at the start of the show, at the intro to the show, where we talked about. You said that was your most memorable game of the weekend, Manchester United versus Liverpool. Now, did you think that was a fair result?
It was a fair result depending on how you look at it. For those who are already giving it to a particular team, they will not be very happy. Though for those who are game betters, they won't be very happy with the result, depending on how where the pendulum swings and how they bet. But for those of us who want to enjoy good football, I think it was a fair result. It was a fair result because we're not in support of hiring and sacking coaches. So you should understand where I'm going. So I feel that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, yes, he may not have done very well, but I still wanted I wanted him to stay because I believe in
So are you thinking that if he had lost yesterday, Man United will sack him?
I don't think so. Because Greenwood, Ed Woodward came out last week to say that it's not as if they're going to be supporting him, but the fact that he's doing well, he needs more time, and that he's going to get more players next transfer window. But as on a personal note, I think it goes beyond what we see in the field of play. It goes beyond having a good squad. Chelsea also have young squad. They never bought a player apart from Pulisic, who came from the
Borussia Dortmund
last transfer window. So you won't expect that these teams are doing very well, But even these teams are coming up. Barely all the teams now have young players, and some of them I know it takes technicalities to achieve something. So I feel that on the Gunnar Solskjaer, yes, it will go beyond what we see in the field of play. There are some internal issues that need to be trashed. Same thing happening to even the clubs in La Liga. I'm talking about Real Madrid now. So I feel that the result we saw that day is a fair one, considering their run so far this season. If you want to check their last two matches, you want to think that against Liverpool, who are fast, getting a result against them is a good one.
Two major talking points in that game. Two of the goals scored. This has been talked about like 1 million times between yesterday and today, maybe 2 million times. the tackle on Divock Origi, was it enough to have cancelled out Marcus Rashford's goal?
Yeah, I think so yes, so many have clamored that that goal shouldn't have stood, while some have also said that the goal that shouldn't have been a goal. Some have said it should have been a goal. But for me, I think that's why we have a VAR. If the VAR thinks otherwise, if there is need, if the goal stood, then we'll just give it in, because I feel that if Rashford, was goal scorer at that point, they allowed the goal to go in. As in, the VAR allowed that goal to go in, and he was not called back. It was not refuted. Then the referee is the final arbiter in the field of play, and it stood.
Of course, the goal Sadio Mane scored was pretty straightforward. The ball bounced off his hand, and the new rules say, whether intentional or not, if the ball touches your hand in the run off to a goal, then that goal will not count. So it was pretty straightforward for Sadio Mane.
It was, but so many have also said that the ref, who happens to be the final arbiter, also have a way of influencing games, and so. But if you check the both sides, I think it's a fair result. The fact that for me, the goals were not just to me were not much of the talking point. What stood that best for me was the fact that the doggedness I saw in the both team and Liverpool. At some point when we're thinking that they're going to have their first defeat, they're going to experience their first defeat of the season, they came out strong. Then they were dogged. But I saw a little bit collapse in the midfield in the first half. I was thinking that the players were not, the Liverpool midfielders were not up and running at some point. But I think they came out strong. That this doggedness I see in them, and if they continue this way, you want to say that it will be hard for anything to track them down, because until it's over, that doggedness is one that I saw in Leicester City in 2016, and they want to give in everything they have. So I think getting the goal very close to the last of the West Toe is something that Jurgen Klopp and his side will always be happy. He said this after the match in his post-match conference that Manchester United defended. It may be the tactics of the coach. I think so, but it's a good one for them that they both share the sport. The both sides played very well, and I believe that is a fair result, regardless of how you want to look at it. Whether VAR or no VAR is a fair result.
Let's hear from this caller. Hello? 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 Yes, we can hear you, the real gift.
Long live the king.
Oh, King, live forever.
Thank you. Good evening to my kinsmen in the studio.
I agree with you.
Thank you. For me, starting from the Manchester-Liverpool match yesterday, he said it was a fair result.
That's what we think.
Well, for me too, I think I like that, because instead, what has happened? Let rain fall, everybody enter house. So as I'm concerned, it was. But when I look at the ball possession, I think Liverpool was supposed to do better in that match. Except the ball possession statistics was wrong. But on the day yesterday, I think a draw was a fair result. Even though so many persons felt that Man U would have gone to drill, become a geologist yesterday. But as they say in Nigeria, to God be the glory. For the VAR issue, I think the VAR is causing more controversies sometimes, because the truth is, how come the Sadio Mane's goal, even after being reviewed, was allowed to stand?
No, Sadio Mane's goal did not stand, it was cancelled.
Okay, yes, his goal was cancelled. What about that of Rashford?
Rashford's goal was allowed to stand. The referee thought that he probably thought there was no touch on Origi. He probably thought that Origi dived, but replays actually showed that there was a touch on Origi and should have been a foul. But the referee thought
to check issues like that.
Hey, Gift, are you?
I'm listening to you, Maki.
You can see I'm stammering.
I think that summary was very great. But bottom line, I expected, I remember. Well, let me leave that. The outcome of the match yesterday. Let's just take like that to the bank as it came. Talking about Kadiri Kana's case, Did he put the amount of money in it? Please.
That interview was done yesterday, and he said he was going to find out. He was going to see his doctor today. So probably by tomorrow morning, when we come back on the show, we'll be able to reveal how much he needs for the surgery.
That means he doesn't even know how much he needs for the surgery, and yet he's telling Nigerians to come and assist him.
Right now it's about the right now it's about the pain. It's about the pain he's going through. The surgery is different. It's about the pains right now.
What going to do about the pain?
You go and make him buy tablets now. Means when you go and make him buy codeine and APC now.
But now, you don't use what you use in cleaning your ear to clean your eyes. If not for the pains, he has persons that can take care of that for him, for goodness sake. What are we talking about? No, now. I thought it's for the surgery. Well, I wait for the amount of the surgery to come out so that I will not know what to do, because I want to make comparison between his own and that of Sir Murray. Because I know he underwent a surgery like that recently. I believe you know that also.
Yes, I know that.
Well, for me, I wish him all the best. That reminds me now, please. What is the function of the coaches association? Don't they have an association, please?
They do. Ladan Boso is the president.
So what is their own assistance when it comes to this issue? Because even during that of Christian Chuka, I never heard anything from them. The players' union, I said, at least you being a journalist, you should know better than myself. But for me, I didn't hear from the players' union also. So what is the essence of having an association like this? You pay your dues, and then when it comes to an issue like this, they attend to individuals. Although I agree with my kinsman who said that the issue of insurance should come, because the truth is that they should get insurance, but they should not get pension, because their job is not a pensionable job. Not at the end of the day, you come to us. So if you come to us for assistance, we will not be in limelight. When something goes wrong with us, now who won't go cry for?
You say when they do it in?
Thank you very much.
No, when they do it in?
When it be knock, that is what you want to hear. When it be knock, who will go meet? Thank you very much, my king.
Thank you very much, Real Gift. You can always be sure that whenever the Real Gift calls, it's always informative and entertaining. Thank you, Real Gift. Hope you call some other time. He made some valid points here. There's a coaches association of which he's a member, and there's the players association of which he should be here, because he was also a footballer in the Nigerian league for a long time. So what have they done about his case? So maybe we should be hearing from them too, what they've done about Kadiri Kana's case.
Of course, because just like I said, the information is just went viral today. To me, that's what I think. For us to have heard about it now, I want to believe that it has also gone viral in some part of Nigeria. So I think we're going to wait now. Some will react. It's easy for the news to go viral in Nigeria, especially a sports news, someone who has helped, played in so many. But he has, as stands now, he's already in the three cadres. We talk about as an international. We have a forum like that. We talk about as a player. He was once a footballer. He was a coach. Just not just like that coach. He has been a coach that wants something big for one of the big sides in Nigeria. So I think he was going to have massive support. Let's not judge those who are piloting these offices as stands now, because we have not heard from them. I want to believe that as the day goes by, more will be unveiled, and we're going to know the status of how far they want to assist Kadiri Kana. As it stands now, let's believe that from now to tomorrow, just as you said, we're going to hear the amount involved and try to see how Nigerians can be of help to Kadiri Kana. But it's worthwhile. It is worth it that we also support Kadiri Kana so that he can regain back his health.
Okay, we'll be hearing more about the Kadiri Kana issue in the coming days, because probably by tonight or tomorrow morning, we'll be hearing from him after getting his doctor's report on what it will take to go for the hip replacement surgery. But back to the EPL, Liverpool have lost the record we are aiming for, 18 Premier League wins. They stopped at 17. But they can still beat their chest and say we are unbeaten and we are 6 points clear at the top.
Very well. They can beat. As stands now, they have 25 points and they are top on the ladder. I think it's a good one for them. So I don't know how far they will run. One of the players, Liverpool players, last weekend was asked if they can do the unthinkable, the invisible, like the Arsenals of 2004, 2005, and he said it's possible. I'm thinking. I think it's not Joe Matip He's one of the Liverpool players I know for sure. But then I'm thinking this is it may be very hard to achieve that this era in this current dispensation in APL. But I know for sure that if Liverpool can play 38 matches and lost just one game last season, who says they cannot play and not be beaten in any of the matches?
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that easy.
No, it will take a milestone.
I don't think it's that easy.
But back then, when Alex Ferguson was a coach of United,
He never did it.
He never did it. But at some point, you could see matches that they would have won, but they will come back, and that's what we're seeing in Liverpool. That Liverpool have gotten to that pyramid where you are, even when you've given them hope, there are some fans who ordinarily will just see themselves and say it is not over, and it's over. And that's what we saw yesterday. They scored at about 85 minutes, but that is what we want to see.
This Liverpool team you see, do you really think that a team that can go 38 games unbeaten? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So why are you bringing it up?
But I'm thinking that they have what it takes to grind that result where you don't expect. That's the point I'm going to. For them to have gotten that majesty, I want to believe that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, deep inside his heart, will not be a very happy man, because when you play to the length of you're already preparing to close down the game. And that was why clubs stayed openly, that they defended they blocked up the balls, and it's expected when you're playing Liverpool. What else? You want to play like them? They will hit you on the counter, because they have fast players, pacey players that can hit you on the run. But I think let's give kudos to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The blend, he played a 3-man defense. At first I was afraid, because when you're playing a 3-man defense against a good side like Liverpool, you expect Sadio Mane to fire down that wing. But I think yesterday it wasn't a good one for them. But I think
let's hear from this caller. Hello.
Long live the king.
Oh, King, live forever.
Thank you. Well, for me, if the other club is complaining that Man came out to defend, what did he do on his own part? Did he defend or not? Every time I knows that every coach, depending on the match, comes with his strategy. If they decided to pack a train yesterday, him himself, if he did not pack a bus, how come he considered just one goal? I mean, Liverpool considered just one goal on that day. And briefly, please, did you discuss the issue of Nigeria's loss to Togo?
We are about to do that, but since you're leading us in, let's just go ahead. Real gift.
Well, let me just do the usher.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I listened to the coach saying it was the perfect will of God that Nigeria lost. I believe you captured that also.
I believe so.
I want to ask him a question. When you go away, you lose. That is for also during the Olympic qualifiers. And then you come home. You now tinker with your team. You draft in some players who did not play the first leg. You win. And you go on. How come you have not even stable? Because he showed me that he himself is not even consistent, and he doesn't have confidence in the player he has, for goodness sake. Besides, the same person that told us that the Nigerian players, the players in the MPFL, lack the basic footballing skills or foundation. Hello.
Hello, we are with you, Real Gift.
If he doesn't have confidence, and if the boys don't have the skill, why is he the coach? Why is he the technical advisor? Is it not to instill that in the boys? Unfortunately, he has not proven to me what he did with Rangers. Because don't complain to me that Nigerian league has been off for some months. Al-Ahly came out when the league was not in session to win the Champions League. So if Barcelona can overturn, I think, a 4 or 5 goal deficit over PSG, why can't you turn just 3-4-1? That is just 3 goals. If them not do it, why can't Dokubo do it? Unfortunately, it is either they take some of the teams away from him, or he should be sacked. That sack should be written in capital letters. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'll make sure Imama hears this one, that Real Gift wants him sacked because he failed to qualify the CHAN team for the Championship for African Nations. What do you think, Temple?
I think Real Gift was just being fast there. He was being fast, First of all, you look at what are the challenge that a coach face whenever he goes to gather players for the national team, any side of the national team. I feel it's beyond what we see, what we feel as fans.
That should not be our business as fans.
Yeah, it should not.
For example, you're talking on radio right now. People are listening. They don't know if your mics are not working. They don't know if the engineer is trying to fix the phone while the program is on. They don't know if the gen will go off any moment from now. All they want is a good show. The moment you get into the studio and start talking, they want a good show. So if Imama had challenges, the fans want to see a win after 90 minutes. So I don't think the fans want to know what challenges he had. Is that there a caller on the line? Let's hear from him.
Okay, you have to call back. Sorry.
Okay, so we know there are always challenges in Nigerian football. There are always challenges, but I don't think you should be telling the fans that one at this time, because all they want to see is a win, and when you don't win, the fans get angry. It's a natural thing in football.
Okay, we have a caller.
Hello? 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 Good evening. Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from? Matthew, from where? Okay, Matthew, talk to us.
Alright. I want to first of all congratulate Manchester United for their draw yesterday.
They were at home.
I think for their draw.
They were at home. Why are you congratulating them for a draw at home?
Let me congratulate them. I think for them to be able to pull a draw against my competition team.
Okay.
I'm a Liverpool fan, but I'm just congratulating them for their draw.
Okay, go ahead.
Secondly, I want to comment on the home issue that lost out of the chance.
Yep.
My comment is, and I'm angry with the coach, I'm angry with the NFF. If they cannot put their house in order, any man is a coach that cannot even win away game or draw away game. You bring this man in, and this man will be training up, and I said, we gave him the chance in the last day, and there's one thing I noticed in this man, doesn't have confidence in himself. This man doesn't have that confidence in himself. And at the end of listening this match, he begins telling us that it is the perfect will of God for him to run out of a competition. It is a very achievable for him to say that. My other colleague has considered he starting him. But you don't give him 2 words, fired. Let them fire him out of that position. And at the NFL, and I switch the critique around the government to penetrate in sport. The NFL will need to deal with all of that because they don't know what they are doing in that house. The house is not well organized, and then you don't expect the team to perform, and the coach is not a good coach that can lead them anywhere.
Okay. Thank you very much for your call. Everybody talks about this perfect will of God thing. I didn't hear it, but I guess that Imama said that. Even though they won't be talking about it, but why are people angry? Isn't that how we behave as Nigerians? You get an accident and they will say it's the will of God. You lose your job, your neighbors come and say, don't worry, it's the will of God. Somebody passes on your family, they come and say, in everything, give thanks. Isn't that a Nigerian way of thinking, a Nigerian way of talking? So if Imama loses a game and says it's the will of God, isn't that what we do in our homes every day of the week?
The question I want to ask is:
you're driving your car, you get a flat tire, you say it's the will of God.
But is it the will of God that party should happen?
It's not our business. No, the point now is that Imama just said what these same fans say. The real gift, I know the kind of business he does. If God forbid he gets a massive loss in a particular month, I'm sure his workers will say, Oga, is the will of God. Let's hear from that caller and we'll round up the show with that.
All right, your name and your location.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello. Yes. Matthew, talk to us. Don't you say it's the will of God at home? Don't you say it's the will of God at home? Don't you say it?
What I'm saying is, for somebody who loves the man, the will of God, and then your colleague and Nigeria is angry because of that. It's not everything that's the will of God. There's something that happens, you don't call it will of God. Let me give you an example. You have a child, and the child dies, you say it's the will of God.
That's what they will tell you. when your pastors come to your house, when your your child dies, your pastor will tell you it's the will of God and I should give thanks in everything that happens.
Pastor cannot bear me down.
Oh, Ghana, waiting with they say every day.
God cannot give me joy and take it away. I feel that God cannot give me something to make me happy and yet take it away from me.
No worry.
So let's connect that statement. It's not everything that is the will of God. Thank you.
I think this man is going theological. It's not as if we don't know, but it's the normal thing that happens in Nigeria. We are saying that we are not happy that the Chan Eagles lost. And this is the third time we will not be going, we will not be playing in this competition. It's not a good one. Nobody is happy. You consider the fact that this is just eighth edition. I will not be playing, and the likes of Togo, likes of some new countries, will not be playing in this particular one. But then it's not a good one. That what I really heard this man Rigi talking about why can't we overturn the training deficit? It's not easy to score. We're even happy that we scored 2 goals. We scored in the 10th minute. I would have expected to even get more. We got another goal in the second half. But this is not that easy. If we cannot go away and get 2 goals, then it's not easy to also it's not easy regardless of the way, because we are already playing under pressure. So I think taking it away from the fact that the guys have done their best, but for Imama, it will not be the rustiness of the players. It may be that the tactics are not just right. How many days will he have to compile the players, start training them for a particular competition? It just
I think we shouldn't be making excuses for Imama about he lost the game, he did not qualify for the CHAN, he should take the responsibility. That's what.
Jenna, don't forget that he is an assistant to Genetro.
No, but he's the head coach of the CHAN team.
Yeah, he is the head coach. So what happens to him now? They remove him or bring another one? Before that, he wasn't.
Nobody's talking about removing. I'm only just saying he should take responsibilities.
He should take, but he said it's the will of God. It depends. He's not the one.
But it's the will of God.
It's the will of God, but then it's not.
I'm sitting in the studio now. It's the will of God.
But what we are saying is
it's
that
raining outside now. It's the will of God.
It goes beyond.
You're wearing a green cap. It's the will of God.
It goes beyond the rain. So I think
Engineer Peter is messing up my show with all the noise. It's the will of God.
So,
that's how Nigerians roll. It's the will of God. So why are we angry with Imama Mapakabo?
It's suitable for a good title, I tell you. But I feel that we should go past this level. You have this CG. In fact, a comparison is a glaring thing. A coach in Europe will not lose match and say the will of God.
This is not Europe.
It's not.
This is Africa. This is Nigeria.
The NFF should do
we live by the will of God.
Yes,
we breathe by the will of God.
We believe in so much in superstition in this part of the world. And
exactly.
That's why I'm saying that I think NFF needs to do the needful. What's the needful? It's not just by bringing an out coach. Before now, he wasn't the coach. We already know what played out before he was brought in. So it is even coming to help out. But I'm not taking any excuse for him. I feel that I think we need to get the right person to man the right position. When you have square eggs in square hole, you get better result and better performance.
Okay, we are out of time now, and because it's the will of God, we have to end the show today. My name, China Acheru. I did this show today with Airport Temple, and by the grace of God and with the will of God, we'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock for Sports Talk. Have a great day, you all.
You don't talk about Acheru for that, for the man. I mean, Acheru.
I will drop. Even though you know by me, you don't buy some, you don't buy somebody. Even though you
never. Small word. Not like this. I know for midnight, somebody go there to call out for me. I know it's the call number, it's not like this. So they try to find what I have like 4 lines.
It's the will of God. It's the will of God. It's the will of God.
I'm looking for us to have at least 4 lines.
It's the will of God. It's the will of God.